I want to give you an introduction to the Jensen C-V8 database. The idea of the database is to be a crowdsourced place where you can view all of the remaining Jensen CV8s in existence. So what you're looking at here is what we call the Jensen CV8 gallery. And from within here you can get pictures, or the latest pictures of all the various Jensen CV8s out there. So there's a couple of key features to highlight here. First of all, you can search by the mark of the car. So if I'm looking for Mark 1 Jensen CV8s, I can see all the Mark 1s, or if I search for, say, Mark 3s, I get access to all of the Mark 3s that are out there. And then I can also look at things like when was the car last seen, and this information is sourced online by posts of people or spots of Jensen CV8s online or through various communities. The database also has a status option as well, so you can actually start to see cars, for example, that are currently for sale, or maybe cars that have been modified, cars that are on display in museums, or cars that have, say, been written off as well. So the idea is that we keep up to date on all of the various cars out there. One other thing is we flag the cars by country as well. So let's say that we wanted to see all of the cars that existed in Ireland. We can now see all of the 3 cars that are in Ireland. At any time, if you want to clear a filter, you can just click reset and it will take you back to the beginning. So let's just say that you know the registration number of one of these cars. You can also put in the registration number from within here. So if I was to type in CV8, and I can see all of the cars where the registration contains CV8, or maybe I know the serial, the chassis number of the car that I'm looking for, and I'm going to put that in here, and you can see that it's showing me that car within there as well. At any time you can just click this X to clear out the search, and you're back to where you were before. If we were to go into one of these cars now, you can actually get information on the car, such as the original engine number, the registration of the car, or the current registration of the car, as well as view the images when the car was last seen and the current colour of the car as well. So you get information on each car as well. Now the system supports multiple images as well, so you can just click, if there are dots down here, you can click and you can browse multiple images of the car. And the other key feature and the idea of this is that people who spot their car, and let's just say we'll pick on 2004, let's say that car has now been restored, it's currently in the United States, and it's my car as an example. I can click update my car, and from within there you'll actually be given a form where you can change the status, your current country and location, your registration, which is optional, your current exterior colour, interior colour, and colour, your transmission, your driving position, and you can also upload additional photos of the car. The form also asks if you have the original engine, so again we can track maybe the engines of those cars as well. So once you do that, you can just hit submit, and that will update your car, and it will also update when the car was last seen within here as well. So we then start to get visibility into all of the cars that are still out there and the current status of those cars. And the reason I've produced this is so that we can actually keep a track of the 500 or so remaining Jensens that are around. And the great thing about this car is, I think because of its limited production line, the fact that it had a carbon fibre chassis, there is actually a surprising number of these cars that are still available. So the second part to this as well, which is available for searching, is the reporting, or the Jensen dashboard. And what you can start to see here is the total number of cars that were produced, the cars that were seen in the last 12 months. So I'm tracking 52 cars that have been seen online in the last 12 months. The coverage of the database in terms of photos, so 315 of the Jensen CV8s that are out there have photos against them. Based on the status, you can see I've got 50 cars that are currently missing, so they're unknown. I'd love to be able to see if we can reduce this number down. 68 cars that have been destroyed, and that could be they've been used as parts or they've been written off. I've got 242 cars that are yet to be found, and again, this is a number I'd love to see reduced within there. And then you can also start to see each of the various series of the Jensen C-V8. So Series 104, Series 104 Mark II, and so on and so forth. So you can actually start to see all the various cars now. At any point where you see this arrow, you can click in there and you'll actually see the information on the car itself. So if we look at, say, 2045, it's been restored. We don't know the current registration, but we know the car's in Australia. You can then click in that car and you can then see an image of that car, where it currently resides. And the important thing to note as well, this information is anonymous, so you don't have to provide all of the information out there. It's not looking for personal information to tie the vehicle, registration, VIN number back to you as a person. If you want to provide the general region or province of where the car resides, that's fine. Country is fantastic. It gives us an idea of where the cars are or which country the cars are at as well. And as I said, these 242 are the ones that I'm interested in finding out more about and seeing if we can figure out where these cars are, or even if they're still around. And then finally you can see some additional reports that on the cars found by Mark. So of the 67 Series 104 Mark 1s, I've got 23 that have been found. And of the Mark 2s, I've got 126, and the Mark 3s I've got 93. And again, you can click on this data and you can find out more information. Scrolling down further, you can see the current status of all of the Jensen C-V8s that are out there in terms of restored, written off, missing, etc. So this updates as new information is fed into the system. We can also get a picture of where all of the Jensen C-V8s are there as well, so you can see the UK is currently leading the charge there, with Australia and the United States not far behind. And then you can see things like the current body colour. So very common for people to change the colour of the car. It came in a limited range of colours when it was brand new, with a lot of custom colours that were requested by customers. But you can start to see things like what the original interior colour of the car was and the current interior colour of the car as well. Again, something that's changed quite often. So there's a quick summary of the Jensen C-V8 Registry dashboard. As I said, it's all about a community-based portal where we're hoping that we can get insights into all of the remaining Jensen C-V8s out there, and for members to be able to browse all the cars that are out there, update their cars, and also get a picture of how many Jensen C-V8s are remaining. Thanks for your time.